Hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch this demonstration of the CC5 platform. My name is Ben Jones, and I'm one of the CC5 product designers. In this video, I'm going to give you a closer look at the management of your devices in CC5. Let's start with device types. Device types allow you to categorize your devices however you wish, to enable customizations in how devices are named when enrolled, their group membership, the wireless settings applied to the devices, and the compliance policy for the device. Compliance policies specify what requirements the device should meet to be considered in line with what you'd expect, checking for things like presence of an antivirus product, or that BitLocker encryption is enabled on the device. Out of the box, we give you a number of default device types. You can modify these defaults as you wish, as well as create your own device types to further differentiate your devices as you require. The properties of a device type are displayed here. You can change the name of the device type, the security group memberships, assigned compliance policies, wireless settings, and the device naming convention prefix. In the Policy tab, you can choose the version of the base policy that should be applied to your devices. Base policies are a collection of settings that we've designed. Over time, as new features are added and based on feedback from our users, we may release version updates to base policies directly into your CC5 environment. To allow you to keep control of your network, you can change the base policy version for a device type, allowing you to gradually roll out new versions to your devices and monitor the impact, and easily roll back to previous versions if you do find incompatibilities with newer versions that we release. When creating a new device type, we allow you to clone from an existing device type. This simplifies the creation process. If you only want to make minor changes to a device type that already exists, you can choose that type here, and the new device type you create will have the same settings, ready for you to make your adjustments. Next in devices, we have our Wi-Fi settings. If your environment has multiple wireless networks, perhaps to separate devices onto different VLANs, you can define each of your wireless networks here. If we add a new Wi-Fi setting, we can specify a name for the connection, the SSID, the pre-shared key for the connection, and if you have a proxy that needs to be defined, you can specify that here too, either using the proxy auto configuration script URL, or by manually configuring a proxy server address and port number. The Wi-Fi settings that you create here are able to be assigned to your device types. For security, the pre-shared key is obfuscated when viewing the properties of Wi-Fi setting after it has been created. In the device list, we can view all devices that are enrolled on our network, as well as their current operating system, the manufacturer and model, the currently assigned device type, and the date that this device was enrolled onto your network. We can select one or multiple devices using the checkboxes and carry out actions such as changing the device type, assigning software from our available applications, carrying out device resets, or rebooting a device. In the properties of an individual device, we get a closer look at some of the device's information, including the serial number, if the device meets the current compliance policy that's assigned to the device, information on the device's local storage, and the last successful synchronization of the device's assigned policies. We can also view applications installed on the device in the Discovered Apps tab. This will show you all applications on a device, whether they were installed via CC5 or not, allowing you to check the installed application status for a device and whether any applications are installed that you might not expect, quickly and easily. The Manage Apps tab shows us the current status of applications deployed using CC5. We can see if they're currently installed or not, and the Resolved intent tells us if the current configuration in CC5 is going to install, uninstall, or take no action on a particular application. In Policies, we can see the configuration settings being applied to a device, the logged in user at the time the policy was applied, and whether the application of that policy was successful or not. If a policy does fail to apply, it's possible here to view further information on the specific setting that caused the error, as well as the reported error code. Lastly, in group membership, we can see all of the groups that the device is a member of, and whether that membership is direct or dynamic. Dynamic membership means that the group is a dynamic group, and so a particular property of the device is causing the device to meet the rule designed for that dynamic group. In terms of actions we can carry out on a device, we have the same settings to change the device type, assign software, reset a device, or restart it. Resetting a device gives us two options, either an autopilot reset or a fresh start. An autopilot reset removes all user profiles stored on a device, reapplies original settings, and restores regional, keyboard, and language settings. But it leaves applications that are installed on the device already intact and maintains the device's name and its identity and management connections to CC5, providing a faster method of clearing up a device that is to be reissued to another user or that just needs a quick cleanup. Fresh Start removes anything installed on a device and returns it to an out-of-box state, including reinstalling the Windows operating system. In this type of reset, the device's identity and management connection is lost, and the device must then be re-enrolled in order to get it back to a usable state in CC5. With assigning software, we can select our application from a drop-down list and click the Assign Software button. That will set the application to be assigned to the device, and the installation will take place in the background when the device nurse checks in. Additionally, from here, we can view the current local admin password for a device. Devices in CC5 are each configured with a unique, randomly generated password for the local administrator account. Once the password here has been used, after a period of time, the device will rotate the password to a new one and update the password in CC5, helping to keep your devices and the data on them secure. Lastly, we can view the BitLocker recovery key for a device. In CC5, we enable BitLocker protection on the operating system drive in a device by default, using the TPM in the device as the key to unlock the drive automatically on boot up. If the TPM in a device malfunctions, or a configuration change or hardware modification is carried out, this may cause the BitLocker key to become unusable, and the device will prompt for a BitLocker recovery key when next booted up. The BitLocker key can be retrieved from here, which allows the drive to be unlocked. The BitLocker recovery screen will display a BitLocker key ID, which you can select from the drop-down list if a device happens to have multiple, and the BitLocker recovery key is displayed in CC5. That covers the device management features available in CC5 and gives you an overview of how we've created the concept of device types to simplify the management of devices with different needs on your network, as well as the information you can retrieve directly from CC5 to help you monitor and manage your devices. We also looked at the actions we can carry out on devices through CC5, such as sending remote restart commands and carrying out resets.